It's time for Why Are You Awake? Paul Farahvar here, your host. This week, comedian Alex Dragicevich, one of my favorites from Chicago, lives in New York. Very funny, great episode. Make sure you follow him on Instagram. If you're listening to this podcast, go over to the YouTube channel, watch it there, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Also, follow me on Instagram, follow me on YouTube as well, and on Facebook. I've been posting a lot on Facebook lately because that's where the monetization is. Also, follow me on TikTok, all that good stuff. Go to my website for upcoming dates, paulfcomedy.com. I'm going to be in Minnesota September 25th and the 28th, headlining at the House of Comedy in Bloomington, the Mall of America. And then I'm featuring for my friend Drew Dunn on the 26th and 27th. That's in September. Minnesota people, I need you to come out. I'll be in Chicago headlining Headliners at Laugh Factory on September 8th. That's a Monday. Speaking of Mondays, I'll be at Stand Up Sit Down September 22nd and 29th. That's going to be for the rest of the year. The last 2 Mondays of every month at Laugh Factory. If you follow me on Instagram, you DM me, I'll give you free tickets. That's been a fun show. I interview comedians after their sets. The best of the best comedians come to the show. Trust me, you don't want to miss one of these. If you like going out on Mondays where it's not crazy and you love comedy, this is the place to be. I'll be in Florida at Laugh-In at Fort Myers on September 10th and 11th. And then I'll be at the Riverside Theater in Vero Beach, September 12th and 13th. I'll be at the Vixen in McHenry on September 17th. Go to my website, Paul F. Comedy, for upcoming dates and also for all tickets to all my shows. And sometimes there's schedule changes. That's the place to go. If you give us a review, please review us. Send me your review. I'll send you a free pin of the Why Are You Awake logo. It's one of these. I still got a few of those left. They're cool pins. Trust me, they're not the Timo ones that I really love as well. No shitting on Timo as well. And sorry this has taken so long to get out, but I've been traveling a lot and it's hard to edit these podcasts. I've been reissuing some of the old singles only podcasts, as well as make us a mixtape with Marty DeRosa. I'm going to continue to do that on the off weeks when I get chance. And I got a new project coming out too that I hope you'll love and follow as well. You'll hear more about that if you follow me on Instagram and you check out my YouTube channel, and also check out our sponsors. Hey gang, as some of you know, I used to be a practicing lawyer in Chicago. I no longer practice, but from time to time, I need a lawyer. And when I need a lawyer, I call my friend Scott Shapiro. Scott Shapiro has been practicing law for over 25 years in Chicago. He does it all, from workers' compensation to personal injury, employment issues, and even entertainment law and contract needs. If you need a lawyer, call my friend Scott. 312-648-8800. That's 312-648-8800. Or you can email him at scott@scottshapirolegal.com. Tell him I sent you. You're welcome.
This is cool. I'm glad. Dude, it was cool to do new in front of 200 people like that.
It was definitely cool. We'll start the podcast. Welcome to Why Are You Awake? We have former co-producer of Everyone's a Lawyer.
Yes. One of the great shows.
Alex Dragicevich.
One of the great shows in Chicago history. Yeah. Some would say.
It was. We had a potential, but he had to move to New York.
I had to move. I had to get out. We had some good times, man. Fun show. Early stages of my comedy career.
Yes. You were new, up and coming, and I spot talent, and then you disappear. And I always make the same deal. I've talked this on the podcast where I'll have guys who open for me or I help out. I'm like, just when you guys get big, I get to open.
Sure.
And now you all are big. And then I'm like, hey, I saw you're doing this theater. Can I just do a guest spot? No response.
Yeah. Some of our friends are getting big. It's kind of cool to see.
It is pretty awesome.
Yeah, it's amazing. So, yeah, dude. One day, when I'm doing,
you're gonna be there, dude.
Doing the Omaha Chuckle Hut. I mean, if you want to lay down 15, 20.
Hell, I'll go on the road with you wherever, dude.
There we go.
Don't have to worry about me bearing you. And also, I'm not gonna bomb. I'm consistent, solid fives. It's just a good way to warm up the crowd.
Fives.
Not hack, but not just destroying the room, you know?
No one's mad.
No one's. I'm not
up.
going to be aggressive in basketball. I'm like the guy you bring in for the 40 seconds before the fourth quarter.
Oh,
Just let everyone get a breather.
yeah, you're like a backup point guard.
Backup point guard.
I like that.
Not shooting. I'll pass. I'm a really good passer.
Okay. Yeah, no, I'm telling you, man. Yeah, I think you got a roll. I'm trying to think. What like how is your energy now with stand up?
Energy in terms of my attitude towards it.
Yeah.
I definitely have lulls where I'm like, what am I doing with my life?
Oh, sure.
But I still love it most of the time. Especially, we just did a show tonight. You do a show, you're doing new material in front of like 120 people.
Yeah.
On a Monday.
That was crazy.
It's fucking nothing better.
Yeah, my energy is great, but it feels crazy to still. You're a good person to talk to about this.
Not successful.
No. But being
headlining rooms,
like being excited about stand up when your friends and everyone in your life is like fully starting families.
Oh yeah, the way I look at that, and I just did a podcast today with some lawyer kid.
Yeah,
and it's the same thing you were talking about. It's like, look, you find your people. And
yeah.
when you hang out with, I still love my best friends are my friends from when I was in high school.
Yeah.
Those are my friends. But like at some point, they all talk amongst themselves about their kids and about their stuff, and I'm just like, all right. Well, I'm gonna go and do my show.
Yeah.
It works out. But
oh wow! Okay,
you don't
great.
have it's a different life that we have, and
I didn't know how that I would be pretty much exactly as excited about doing, not like nervous, like not like, oh, am I going to do bad, but just excited about the material and like getting better.
Oh,
and,
yeah,
you know
it's
what I'm
the
saying?
best.
It's weird how you like fucking, it's just weird. You think that this stuff would kind of drain you. Maybe it's like you're not disillusioned. Is that what it is?
Disillusioned?
What's the word where we're delusional? There's a delusion still about just like you're enjoying. But it also, I'm not like delusional about like success or not success, but I'm just really fucking enjoying it.
That's the best time.
You know?
I mean, if it weren't for all the bullshit that we have to deal with, which is like promoting, selling tickets, trying to get a good clip, or like making sure
terrifying,
you post at the right time. The actual comedy of it is still awesome.
And even a
bad
awesome.
show.
And you know what? Again, this is what I like to do here is like I did this pod when I was like 2 years in and like 6 years in and now 9 years in.
You're 9 years in now?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
I know. So what's interesting is like when you talked to me first, we were talking about, it was like the singles only pod.
Yes.
We were talking about dating.
Times, yeah.
And I thought it was 33 now that I'm 33. It's an age where the comedy thing is a little less cute, you know?
I think it's worn its course. I think enough people have been warned about us in the dating world because of the bubble. You know, obviously 10 years ago, there wasn't as many comedians as there is now.
Oh, that's a really good point. I didn't think about that.
So people have dated. When I started dating, when I was single, women weren't like, oh, I've never dated a comedian before, or they were.
Yeah.
Now it's like, oh, do you know so-and-so? You're like, yeah,
holy
that
shit.
hack.
Holy shit.
Yeah, it happens. So
that's a really good
and
point.
Also there's been enough talk. Comedy is at the forefront now where women now know what we're doing.
It was like a cool thing. It did have our own thing. And now everyone knows. Everyone's kind of in on it. I agree. I found that like, 25 when I was running around, like everyone's like, oh, like the girls I would date, like, oh, I'm dating this like comic.
Yeah.
And it is still great. And now I am at like a better level. I always thought like when I started headlining, there would be some like legitimacy to this. But I think some women, even they'll see me headline and be like, so like, is this really what you want to do? You know what I'm saying? Like,
what are you going to do next?
Yeah. Like they'll see me, like, I think I'm really getting there where like my hour, I'll do longer than 40. I really like where my stuff's going, and I really like it.
I've gotten so good.
Oh,
every time I see you, you're better.
Thank you.
I don't remember. I was trying to remember when was the first time we met, and was I mean? I think I was nice.
No, you were nice. Yeah. Maybe.
Where did we first meet? Because I know
around Laugh Factory. Factory. Yeah, just like I was doing.
I think I vouched for your Laugh Factory. But where were you? Where were we before that? I must have seen you to be like, I want you to work with me on this show.
I'm sure. I might have been doing guest spots. Curtis might have put me up pretty early, but it's still. And
I feel
now
like it was somewhere else. But anyway,
now someone sees you do an hour, and they're like, "So are you like super serious about this?" And I'm like, "This is what I've been working for so long," and I'm like good at I'm like actually good at this.
Yeah, you are.
You know what I'm saying?
You just can't.
I'm
care.
trying to bounce this off you.
Well, what's your? Do you like? For me, I gave up on the traditional life of having kids and having a career to do this. Because I had a career. But I gave up on that. So it's like I don't care. Like, do you really like? Do you like being alone? That's something I got to ask.
Yeah.
So I do too. So that's all you got to be okay with.
I just thought like being in my bones, knowing I'm good at this. When I got to the point of like when I was good at this, that like pretty much every woman would be like, they would see they don't give a fuck.
They don't know the difference between good and hack.
You can, they don't get, no, and they don't care that you're good. They don't care that like you're actually making legit money at this. They are like, well, they look at you and they go, I'm also talking to a veterinarian. You know,
he's more consistent.
So it's like
her hours are line up
totally. So it's like I just think it's like I think I always thought like, well, there would be some like legitimacy into like being good at this. You're always going to be a clown, and that's something that like I'm like. And again, I want to
shouldn't bother you. So for me, it's funny because I remember when I'd go out, like maybe like when I was 7 years in, I'd go out with this hot woman. We'd go to these clubs with her nerdy friends. Knew all these doctors. We'd be at a club in Chicago, in West Loop or whatever, and they got a bottle, and they're all like, "Oh, so you're a comedian? What do you do?" Like it's like they wanted to get in a dick measuring contest with me, and I was like, I didn't care. I was like, nah, I'm just a comedian. Like because they were talking about their properties and like they were trying to like be like I could have been like, actually, I was a lawyer. I gave up this to do this thing that I love to do, my dream, as you said.
Yeah. You just think it's like
it doesn't matter. You just don't care anymore at some point.
It's weird, and that's what it is. Getting to an age where it is, I think it's going to be a little harder to find a long-term girlfriend, life partner, someone to marry who's like being with a comedian is cool. And it's a lot less. It's a lot fewer women than you think. Women will. I'm going to look at the camera here. Women will sleep with a comedian.
Yes.
Women will sleep with a comedian.
They'll go out with you for a few dates.
They are obsessed with you 3 times.
Tops.
Three nights.
It depends on your performance, yeah.
Right. And then they are just like, well, again, you're not
this veterinarian.
You're not a doctor. You're not a veterinarian. You're not a fucking
nice
lawyer.
Car. Yeah.
So it's like it is funny to like I've been in a scenario where it's just like, well, they're just like, so that's what I'm asking you. I'm talking to you candidly. I would have
this isn't the singles only podcast.
I would have this conversation with you off mic too,
that's fine.
Where
that's
I would be like I would be like,
the thing
this is something that's hard for me to tackle in a way.
What I always did on singles only, and then we might have talked about it.
Jesus, you want to get to it.
No, we're good. We could talk about this. What I used to say then, and it still holds true, is I would date women who have their own priority, whether it's their career that's keeping them busy or a child, because comedy is always going to be our number one priority.
Yeah.
If you want to be good at it.
Yeah, totally.
At least until you're like older.
Sure.
So you're not going to be able to prioritize a relationship doing this.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Women that are smart will know that. If you're dating single women who don't have kids and they have a career that they're kind of just like half-assing, that's never going to work for you.
Yeah, you're right. You got to date. We have to date people who they're our number 2 and we're their number 2.
That's how it's going to work. Look at all the comics that you look up to that have relationships. Like, when did they start their relationship? When they were doing
pretty
comedy?
Fucking late, it seems. Yeah.
Okay, their significant other. What does that person do? Do they have their own career? What It's not doable.
I know, man. When I first started in comedy, I was like, I'm listening to all these podcasts, and these guys are getting women on the road, but I'd be like hosting, doing guest spots. Like, no women are talking to me. And now that I'm like doing much better, the road stuff is legit. Like that like is like a real thing.
Depends.
But it's not.
I don't drink anymore, really.
Oh, wow.
and when I go on the road, like if I do get a DM or whatever,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna go chase pussy go to a bar
Sure,
where it's
sure.
loud, listen to shitty country music if I hate country music.
Yeah.
Just to possibly get laid.
I'm with you.
I'd much rather just go back to the hotel,
Yeah.
work out because I'm still wired.
Yeah.
And then,
wow.
And then just get my shit done.
You get a workout in after the shows.
Oh,
now?
100%. I'm a night owl. What are your hours now?
So that's the thing is actually, this is great. Now we're back into pod mode for the Why Are You Awake?
Why Are You Awake?
I still kept my day job. So I still.
Oh, really?
Dude, I am.
Logistics
You're
and
also another guy to talk to about this. Like, cause you know this drill. It's like, I did all right the past couple of years. Like I could pay my rent and like live off stand up.
What are your hours for your work?
Like 8 to 4.
Really?
Yeah. So I'm waking up at like 7:45.
Working from home?
Yeah, remote. I'm in an interesting point in my career where I can do the comedy thing. I can get by with comedy,
Yeah.
I think, on my own. Especially, I have a rent stabilized place in New York. I got very lucky. So I got
Live by yourself?
Yeah, I got a cheap apartment by myself.
Damn.
Super fucking lucky. I can make it work with comedy. Here's the thing. This new comedy money that I've gotten from the last couple of years of like headlining more and opening for bigger people, whatever. This comedy money plus my day job money, I'm now experiencing a new income that I haven't experienced before. Where I'm like, oh, this is kind of, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm like, this is kind of fucking
But what are you
awesome.
doing with that money?
Not much, actually.
Do you have a lot of debt or no?
No.
You don't have it? You were fucking...
Yeah,
athlete.
I was on a scholarship. Yeah. So I am just.
So what's the point?
I think just for the first time, I'm like looking at my bank account, being like, oh wow, that's great.
Yeah.
You know, and so I have this. It's just like a new thing to me to not be.
So you can reinvest in yourself, do things that are going to help your career.
Yes.
Whether it's buying a car, whatever it is, or even like whatever, hiring people to help you do shit.
I'm
that you hate.
outsourcing. Yeah, I am outsourcing a lot more of my editing stuff.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, man, it's interesting. It's like it's a weird crossroads where it's like my days are fucking long, dude. Because like.
So you wake up at
7:40.
When are you going to bed? Depends on
Midnight. Yeah.
That's not that bad.
It's not bad. But we're burning cows. We're getting steps in. Like I'm fucking. So I'll get off work at like 4:30, log off, and I'll write for like at least like 90 minutes.
Every day?
Yeah. Well,
that's pretty impressive.
Yeah. Now
during the week, do you have shows pretty much every night?
I probably do. When I'm in New York, I'll do 5 to 8 shows a week. There's all these like indie clubs now.
Yeah.
Tiny Cupboard.
Oh yeah.
So it's like
that.
so I get to go up at a good amount of, and I'll do bar shows. There's a lot of stage time in New York, and it's awesome. But so I'll write, then I go out, do shows, hang at a show, and
so you can't really do a lot after a show because you got to go to bed.
Exactly, man. I don't. So this whole like, why are you awake? Like this whole.
You're asleep.
Right. This whole look into a comedian's life. I don't have that.
What about on weekends when you're road dogging it?
I'm a piece of shit, dude.
What are you doing?
Piece of shit. I go out
after.
Well, because I'm working all week and I'm so tired all week. I do these shows, especially on the road, and I'm like, I need a beer so badly because I'm so good about it. Like I'm so good. Like during the week
you're not
I don't
partying.
drink. I'm not partying. I go to bed at like 11:45 midnight.
Yeah.
I'm like, I stretch before bed. I'm like, because these days are so fucking long.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm working, then I'm working, then I'm working.
Right.
Then I go to bed and then I wake up and I work and I work and I work. So then Friday, I would say now my thing is like, let's say if I'm staying in New York, Friday night, I'll be done at 10:30, 11, and I'll have like 2 or 3 beers. Saturday, all bets are off. I hit up my whoever delinquent friend is in town.
Yeah.
I get fucked up. I get absolutely trashed because.
So you got like 4 more years of that tops. You know that.
Talk to me.
Okay.
Talk to me.
Because your body's going to change.
Yeah.
37 is when I started shit started to disintegrate. But I was also drinking probably a lot more than you and doing
I would say
drugs.
I would say you
that.
were.
I was doing more. But your body just kind of like, it's not worth it.
30 was the first. 30 was the first, like, even if I have 3 or 4 beers, even if I mix in a couple IPAs.
Yeah.
Like, I think 30, I was like, on a Thursday, I'd be like, oh, I'm not going to do shots. I'm not going to do no more shots or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Or I'm not going to do a shot.
Shots are the ones that you see.
That's the first ones to go.
First things to stop doing when you get older.
Shots are
it's a
done.
waste of time, waste of energy.
And so now
nothing good happens.
Now I'm like legitimately like on Thursday, I can have 1 or 2 beers, maybe 2 beers. Friday, I can have maybe 3 or 4 beers.
If you're just drinking beer, you don't drink hard liquor?
No.
So then you should be fine for a while.
I don't know, man. Yeah, I'm just...
For me, I stopped drinking beer because it took too long to feel
get
it.
going. Yeah.
So I switched to hard liquor when I was 26.
Do you think there will be a hangover cure?
The cure now, people do that oxygen thing.
Yeah.
That fucking works. Or you get IV.
Oh, wow. So people are just IVing all the time?
Yeah, unless you're like, there's a lot of people that can still do it. Or you take breaks from it.
I come back here and I get like... I mourn my younger years.
Do you drink before you go on stage?
Never.
Okay, so this is where I hit the crossroads. You would do Laugh Factory, for example. The shows were at 7, 9, and 11.
Sure.
So I don't drink before shows. My first drink would be, the 11 show is fine. I can drink while I'm on stage for the third show. You'd be having your first drink at 11, right?
Yeah.
So people my age, late 30s, let's say when I was around that time, or early 40s, all my peers are going home to their families. So the only people I can party with that are still like fun to hang out with are comedians who are 10 years younger than me.
Okay, Paul, this is
so now what you're going to face.
Yeah. I'm really interested.
If you remember,
I'm interested here.
You guys would go out. This is a great. You're gonna be me,
dude.
You guys. You would have. I remember one time you had a birthday party at fucking thing,
Redmond's,
and I showed up.
Yeah, it was
later,
awesome.
And you're like, holy shit! But like, I looked around the room. I'm looking to see if anyone my age is there, and they're not. So I'm like, fuck this. I'm getting out of here. So I had one drink with you.
Wow.
And I got the fuck out.
You're just kind of
that's gonna be you.
Yeah. You're
3 years.
You're kind of dialing in on like, am I?
You just don't want to be the old guy at the bar, just like,
dude. For the first time, check this out. So
you got some time.
This just starting to happen though. I there's this girl that DM'd me after a show. We were talking. I wasn't too interested, but she has some cute friends, and I think she and we kind of like lost touch a little bit. She comes to another show randomly at this club. I see her after, and I'm like, where are you guys going after? She's like, oh, we're going to this bar in LES. But I gotta say, she goes,
what's LES?
Lower East Side.
Okay.
She's like, but I gotta say, it's mostly like, it's like younger.
Clubby, yeah.
She's like, it's younger, like 25, you know. And she knows I'm 33, and I was like, that was my first time of a woman.
How old is she?
She's 25.
Okay.
That's the first time a woman telling me like, hey, just so you know, like, you're old.
You're going to be old.
And then I just had a girl, this is probably 2 weeks ago. A girl, what did she say? Oh, she was like, I was telling my friend about how I'm talking to a 6'3" guy. And I was like, you know I'm 6'6". And she goes, I know, but you're 33. So it like takes off 3. And I was like, cause she's like 27. And I was like, fuck you.
What is that?
What the fuck?
What does that mean?
This is my first time.
She cut 3 inches.
She's like, yeah.
You're over 30.
You're 33. So you're 6. You're not 6'6". It's like that's my first time.
You started hunching over.
Yeah, I'm like, I literally was like, that was my first time. A girl being like, you're too old.
33 is not. That's like the ideal age, isn't it?
It ain't that old. But
yeah.
I'm now being introduced to this, like, for the first time in my life, I'm noticing like I'm noticing like, oh, I'm the young.
Why don't you date older people? Like your age, Demo, that are single.
I'm at the
divorced
age,
ones.
Right. So I'm at the age 33. The women in my like bracket right now, the 30 to 35, maybe 30 to 34, they are fiercely looking to settle down. They're fiercely looking for.
Well, that's where
you. That's where I'm not. So it's like I really am like I'm like girls from 26 to 30 and then 36 to 40.
Yeah, older. The ones that are older that have already had kids, they're not in a rush to get married, right? Because they've already had their kids. So that's your thing. And they probably have a career, or you can be like a stay-at-home dad. That's an ideal situation for a comedian.
You've harped on this a couple times where you're like,
singles only.
You're like women with kids.
I only date for a while. I would only date women who had kids.
Is it too much to...
Or a career that's like crazy.
Is it fucking stupid for me to think like I'm going to find some unicorn woman who like absolutely doesn't want children ever? Like, am I crazy about that?
I think people do. Do you want to get married?
I know I don't want kids.
Okay. So why would you get married? This is like the singles only podcast again.
I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. It's funny.
I've been meaning to literally talk to you about this stuff for
I don't want
kids.
I didn't want kids, but I'll be a stepdad. I have no problem with that.
You probably, I think, do you, and here's the big question is like, you reach an age when you're single at a certain age, do you have to not succumb, but just basically understand at some point you're probably going to be dating women who have a child or two children.
Yeah, I like
that's
it.
just kind of how it's...
Doesn't bother me. I prefer it because, like I said earlier...
How do you deal with these exes? How do you deal with their ex-husbands?
Very limited. There's sometimes they're dicks, sometimes they're cool. I just kind of stay out of the
have you not dropped those stories?
What's that?
You're at the...
I've never really gotten...
You're at the T-ball game and the ex-husband comes in with this fucking whatever.
I had an ex show up at a show and I thought he was like going to stab me, but he was just drunk. He just wanted to like watch comedy.
Oh, wow.
I mean, he knew I was there. It was kind of weird, but I've never been in a relationship where that's come up a lot.
You've never had a girl, let's say she's 30, 39, or sorry, she's like 39, 40, and she's been like, my ex-husband is crazy.
Oh, I dated a girl whose ex-husband tried to kill her, and
that's great.
She had had a restraining order.
And how long did you date this gal for?
On and off for 2 years.
That is not smart, Paul.
Never met him. But he got remarried.
You guys really must have had a connection.
Yeah, it was fine. It was a good situation.
That's
she
great.
had a career. If you're going to do comedy, dude, you're not going to have... As long as you're okay with being alone a lot, it's fucking fine.
I love it. I prefer
on the road, like, I know you're still at the age where you want to go out and party and you're working days, so like you need to release. I get it. But like for me, when I'm in a town, the only thing I care about is like what's open late to get food after a show.
Wow.
And once I know that, I don't give a shit about anything. And if the other comedians, sometimes I'll hang out with them, but if they suck, I'm not going out with the crowd.
It's crazy, dude. When I'm flying in, I always look up the best coffee shops because I wake up early.
Yeah, same.
Yeah. Oh, isn't that the best?
I like checking out coffee places or food places.
You know, they say, like, I think it's such an abomination. I think it's so fucked up. Like, the people that are like... People are like, oh, like you buy coffee? You buy coffee? I never make coffee.
I make coffee,
all I do
but
is
I still buy coffee too.
I think buying
prices
coffee...
are going to go up though now, big time.
Really? Tariffs?
Yeah.
Buying my coffee is like the only like objectively good part of my day. Where like every day I wake up and I go...
How much coffee are you drinking?
Just one cold brew a day.
Okay.
One cold brew.
You wake up every day and you get excited about your cold brew.
And it's like the only thing where I know... this is going to be good. For me to wake up and throw something in like the Nespresso machine or whatever, or whatever the fucking, those machines.
Yeah, there's different types.
It doesn't do it for me. I gotta spend that $6, dude.
Oh, you're in New York too.
Is that stupid?
No, I don't think so. It's your thing.
But you make good coffee.
I make good coffee. I have like good creamer. I like stevia. Did you drink black cold brew?
With oat milk.
Oh,
Jesus fucking Christ, dude! I fucking love a coffee.
Coffee's great.
Yeah.
But I drink a lot of coffee. I don't just drink one in the morning. I drink 2 cups when I wake up, and then if I'm on the road, I'll go get coffee at a good place. I'll drink the hotel coffee when I wake up, which is always shitty 90% of the time, and then I'll go out for brunch or whatever, and then I'll have real coffee.
What time do you go to bed, bro?
I go to bed at like 4.
Yo,
minimal. Sometimes later. I was in Arizona.
Do you have a doctor?
No. I get so much done after midnight, dude. No one's bothering you. No calls from midnight to 3. No one's bothering you. I get so much done.
Time stands still. You're just kind of...
I schedule emails. So like when I wake up at like 11, I've already sent 5 emails, avails and shit.
Oh, wow.
So it doesn't affect anything.
Whoa.
When you quit your day job, you'll talk to me. I'll tell you how to make things.
I will. You'll be my first call.
You have enough skills where you can always do side hustles.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And you have basketball.
Yeah, that's true.
And
I
you
can
have
do
your
that
basketball
too.
connections.
Yeah, that's true. Wow.
When you started comedy, I don't know if you remember this, but I was like, why aren't you talking about being a basketball player on stage? And you were like, I don't want to talk about it. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
And we're so against it.
Oh, right,
and I was like, dude, I never wanted to talk about being a lawyer, but the minute I did, it was like the elephant in the room. And you show up, you're 6'6", 6'3", if you're
a 27-year-old hot girl in
and you never
Manhattan.
addressed it. And I remember the first time you did it, I was like, doesn't it feel good?
Yeah. Those first few jokes that came out felt amazing. They really did. That was cool, man. It did. I'll tell you what. I have a joke about how like dunking is better than sex.
Yeah,
like,
I know that joke.
That is not the first, but that's like a basketball joke where I'm like, I would not have gotten that without playing, and I'm really proud of.
That's a great joke.
That one. Yeah. Where it's like
you had others too.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I had others about playing in college and stuff like that. I think I was always like kind of mining for something like that, and it does feel, it's like almost cathartic. Yeah, it's like almost like therapeutic.
Yeah. What was the holdup? You just didn't want to be like...
Yeah, I think when I started, I think I did like everything in my power to be like, I'm like one of you guys, you know? Like,
you didn't want to be the jock.
Right. I mean, my whole life was being like a jock, not only a jock, but like I'm a lot more comfortable saying it now than I was back then, but like I was fucking really good. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't like I was like the basketball.
You played Division I basketball.
Right. It wasn't like I was like a basketball player on like in high school and tall. It's like I was all state twice. I played at Notre Dame. I played in March Madness. It's like I played in Boston College. I think I bought into for a lot of times in college too. Like I am this shit. I am kind of awesome. I am kind of a jock. Like I think when I got into stand-up, I was like, I think also like you guys are gonna think this is kind of lame, you know, or like this is dumb, you know, or like this is like,
not.
or this guy thinks he's better than us, you know.
You said you were always good when you were a kid. Like let's talk about junior high. You were already playing basketball.
Totally, yeah.
Was it something you loved, or was your dad like, you're going to be a basketball player?
Both my parents were pretty into it.
They were like, this is our ticket.
I had an older brother who was good, and I just ran around with his friends, and there was an expectation to be really good. Totally, yes. That was instilled in me very early.
Did you have any other hobbies when you were in junior high other than...
I played video games. I played guitar.
Oh, that's right. You were a guitar guy.
I loved hanging out with my friends.
All basketball players.
My friends in high school could not like play with me. Like my friends, when I was in middle school, in high school, my best friends, like none of my high school teammates were my teammates, but like they weren't on my travel team.
Oh, you were already travel team level.
I was on a team sponsored by Reebok when I was 15. I never paid for a flight to go to play basketball.
Wow.
And
outside of doing school, you were playing basketball probably hours upon hours a week.
Oh my God. Yeah, of course.
I mean, I was the same with tennis, and I wasn't as good as you, but it is your whole life.
It's your whole life. I loved like being able to just throw yourself into something like that. But I did feel like there was then getting into stand-up, it was like, well, I don't want to talk about this because, you know, man, being a 23-year-old, you know, I still had like a good fucking D1 little body on me. I was a little hot kid. I thought it was like going up in front of these fucking like crust punk fucking, these comedians who were dark, dingy bars, and comedians at the time, especially, it's not like how it is now where like hot people do stand-up, or like the quote unquote like popular kids are doing stand-up. It's like at the time doing stand-up was like you did stand-up because you felt weird, and you did feel like you had something to say that was a little. But
it's funny that you looked at it differently than I did. See, like when I was at Second City doing improv. Yeah, I felt like a fraud because I was like, these guys came here to do improv, and this is something I did as a hobby, and I ended up being good at it. Yeah. And I remember like one day in class they were like talking about the fourth wall, and I was like, what's the fourth wall? basketball, and they're like, how do you not know? I'm like, because when I was in high school, I was cool.
yeah.
And I just kind of like leaned into the fact that I wanted to be a jock. I was afraid to do creative stuff. I wanted to be cool.
Yeah, no, I was.
You didn't do any of that stuff, obviously. Like you weren't on theater or anything.
No, like a little bit in college. There was a sketch group that I actually was in.
Okay.
And yeah, so I was like, I kind of like that actually gave me a lot of confidence to do stand up.
Okay.
As I was a part of this sketch group in college, and
Zip zap zop in the corners.
yeah, it was kind of it was cool though, man. Like we put on like performances.
Were you a tree every time? They're like, Alex, you're so funny. Be a tree.
Dude, when you just stand there, when you make those branches, like
your facial expressions are key.
kind of unstoppable as the tree, man. I don't know what to tell you. I'm like, I'd rather just be a person, but yeah, dude, it was that gave me some confidence, and I loved comedy. So,
What did that start? Your love of comedy?
I think college. I was very into it, and my friends and I were really into it, and I had no problem doing it. When I got to Chicago, that I had to like, I just felt like talking about basketball in front of these guys. I thought I'd be fully judged, and was like,
someone told me it's like you're not doing comedy to make friends. You're here to make the crowd laugh. That paid, not the back of the room.
Yeah.
Someone told me that. When they told me that, I was like, fuck it. I'm just gonna focus on being me, and that's a big part of your life. It was your whole fucking life. How can you not talk about it?
Yeah.
So that's how I see it.
Yes.
I would have been the opposite. I would have leaned into it. I'm like, fuck you. I am better than you guys.
Yeah, I think it would have been. I think now it's a little easier to mine for material. It's also like easier just to write jokes now. Like now when I really sit down, it's just like I feel like I have more tools, and I think I'll go back to it eventually too.
Well, you already talk about it a little bit now.
I do. I probably have like 8 minutes on basketball, so it's good.
I think it's fascinating because you have something. There's nobody else that has that's doing comedy, as far as I know. Are there any other basketball players?
I don't think so.
I was so bummed when Michael Costa started talking about tennis on stage, because he's a really good tennis player.
Oh, really?
He played at U of I too.
Oh shit!
And I'm like, fuck, I can't do any of my tennis jokes.
Damn.
Because he's way funny.
Costa's amazing, right?
Yeah, he's great.
The former athlete thing. It does help. It did help. Like talking about being quote unquote washed up, and being bad at sports in your 30s, and like not being able to run as much in your 30s. But it's like, I think guys in my position, people in my position, I think I feel it a little bit more, because to go from not being, because like most guys, most people who like either played in high school or whatever, like intramurals, they're like, oh, I can't really play anymore. Like I'm not good anymore. So I'll play a couple times a year. And for me to experience being like bad is so weird. You know what I'm saying?
Do you get mad?
I'm like, I'm not this. I know I'm not this.
Well, that's why I don't play tennis anymore, because I'll just be so angry and frustrated.
Yeah,
that I can't do something I used to be able to do.
I tried to do I was playing basketball last year, and I tried to do a spin move, and like I lost the ball out of bounds, and I was like, I've never lost the ball on a spin.
But you still like basketball?
I love basketball.
Okay, so when you were playing in college, you never were like burned out?
Not until my senior year, where I knew it was over.
Well, you knew you still enjoyed it, but
yes.
You were like, I don't have a path.
It was quite a difficult time, because I knew it was over, but I still had a year left. So, and I had a new coach. So he was like, I brought in these like transfers, and I promised them playing time. I don't really know you. Maybe we'll find a spot for you.
This was at Notre Dame or Boston?
College, my senior year.
Yeah.
So I had played the last couple of years at Notre Dame, then BC. I was like a role player. I was going to these really hard Division I practices without the expectation that I was going to play. And my mind most of the time was like, what is next? Like, what am I going to do with my life? So it was a pretty like tumultuous time. But even then, I loved being like I tried to be a good teammate for, especially the guys on the team that I really liked, and tried to help them out. I watch the NBA like every night. Like I consume it still like
really?
Crazy. Oh yeah. I'm like, basketball is like in my blood, dude.
Why don't you think of a way to create a show where you can incorporate your knowledge of basketball and your comic timing?
Well, here's the thing. That space.
Everyone's a lawyer.
That space is hard to.
Yeah.
Because I mean, like now you've got like Richard Jefferson's in it, like Patrick Beverley's in it, like a lot of former athletes who are way better than me, who can also are interesting, and like they're in the space. Finding my thing and finding like my voice in this it's ongoing. And even Vincent Bryan even texted me the other day about, he's like, why don't you do more basketball stuff? And I just was like,
you're watching it from a different level than most people are.
Sure.
Because when I watch a special now, I'm not enjoying it like a consumer. I'm like, like what?
Yeah.
You're like that with
basketball.
Totally,
and you're like that with tennis.
I'm like that with I'm with that. Well, not so much tennis. I don't really give a shit anymore. But with concerts, with music, I get.
That's awesome.
If I'm watching a concert, I'm having a totally different experience than people. Yeah. What are you going to do when you quit your job? At some point, you're going to have to.
I'm going to take it. I'm going to do it as long as I can.
Is it a job where you can like go forward, or is it like?
I could move up in theory. Yeah, my team knows that like I like my role, and in that sense, where it's
are they supportive of your comedy?
Certainly, they all come.
That's always helpful.
They've come to my last 2 or 3 headlining shows, and they're super supportive, and they're great. All my friends and you and everyone and people I know, where they're
I like how you said all my friends and
all my friends and you, Paul,
my non-friend. Yeah,
but it's like people I know. It's like you guys do this full time, and you guys can just fucking stay out. And
there's going to be times, I'm sure you've already had it, where like all of a sudden you get a huge check for something crazy, whether it's a corporate gig or a great weekend where you hit your bonus or whatever.
Yeah.
That shit's not going to go away. It's just going to happen more often.
Those gigs do kind of stay. It happens. It's like bricklaying. You're just kind of laying.
I'm at the point where now, like, if I have a corporate gig where I don't want, I quote so high that I'm like, if I get it, cool. If I don't, I'm not really upset because I don't need that money.
Why did it end?
I didn't want to be the old guy being like 6 years old, being like, stay single, everybody, and then be like, this guy's horrible. I don't want to be this guy. It's not.
Yeah. How do women deal with you waking up at 1 p.m. every day? They must be like, hey, can you wake up, please?
Yeah, it's frustrating. I mean, even my family, like I have my niece and nephew here a couple of weeks ago, and they're like, they want to get up and go to like school, Chicago stuff. I'm like, here's some money, go that way. You guys have fun. I'll meet you at noon.
No shit.
They'll wake up. I'm not a morning person. I never was.
Yeah.
Were you ever? You had to wake up early for like?
Yeah, for workouts, and I don't love. The one thing I'll never be able to do is I can't work out in the morning. I would want to do that, but how I'm waking up now, 7:40, 7:45, I can do that. I think if I were asked to do any earlier, I think that'd be really difficult.
If I didn't have to wake up for court every morning as a lawyer and everything was in the afternoons, I probably still would have been a lawyer.
No shit.
Yeah. I still love practicing law.
Wow.
When I quit, I was like, oh well.
Damn.
But I just hate mornings. I always, even when I was in college, I'd be like, oh, this is a class I really want to take. It's like, oh, it's at 9:30. Too bad I can't take it.
Oh, so you've always been kind of late.
Yeah. That's why I started this podcast. When you don't have to wake up on Saturday, let's say you're in fucking Pittsburgh.
Sure.
What time are you waking up? You get to sleep in. What's sleeping in for you?
10:30. 10. Seriously.
That's not bad.
I'll go to bed I'll probably be in bed by 2:30. I'll wake up at 10:30. Man, I can't remember the last time I slept past 11 noon.
I can't think of the last time I woke up before 8.
That's crazy.
Unless it was like a flight that I couldn't. I won't even.
Dude, I'm not going to try to play the race card. Are you Persians a little sleepy?
I think they're late night people.
My friend, God, this is a real stretch, but my friend Lily, she's a comic in Texas. She's one of Shane Gillis's openers. Lily Michelle, really funny gal. Also Persian.
Oh, I don't know her.
She sleeps like 12 hours a day.
Oh, no, I don't sleep. I still sleep 7 hours. I don't sleep crazy hours.
Right. That's not a Persian thing. Should we get Sohrab on the line? Should we call Sohrab?
No, he's got weird hours too, but he works at a bar now at night. So.
Oh, he does?
Yeah. Is it weird coming back where you're like, everyone's like, hey, we got the gang together. And you're like, well, he's not talking to him. She's not talking to him. I remember people would come in town and like, hey, we're going to go. Oh, you didn't hear about so-and-so. I'm like,
oh, wow.
Does that shit bother you?
Actually, now that I'm back, I'm trying to think honestly, it's like, if I'm being super honest, it's usually like a beef that I had with somebody when I come back where they're like, are you and that person on good terms? Are you and that person?
Yeah, you got into beefs with people.
I don't know what, guys?
Rub people the wrong way.
Yeah, I just,
what do you got to say to all those haters out there?
You're right. That's what I want to say.
Because of the basket.
I want to say to my haters, you're correct. and I can be so fucking abrasive sometimes. I can be rude. I can be blunt. I can say the wrong thing. These are my drunk years. Like I was a fucking, when I was, these are my comedy,
Your
like
youth.
Yeah, I was a fucking drunk asshole.
I never saw you drunk, to be fair.
Thank you.
Only time I ever saw you drunk was at your birthday party, I think.
Oh yeah. The drunk, then the shit talking starts happening. You make a couple enemies. I made a couple enemies in New York already. It's great.
Did you really?
It just happens. Everyone's sensitive. We're all,
Your whole generation's pretty sensitive. It's kind of funny because we'll be in the green room, and then I've talked about this before, where Gen Xers are so mean to each other.
Yeah.
Because we like each other. That means you like each other.
Yeah.
And you're in sports. It's kind of, I feel like that's the same thing.
Yeah, that's a really
And I
good
think
point.
New York is probably pretty woke like that too.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is in New York too, it's like
libtards.
New York is very it's more like LA than I thought it would be, where people are very on their P's and Q's. Like it's not, people are very sensitive to, someone that does something, maybe this guy knows this person, so I'm not going to say this. Like everyone's pretty protective of you only really get real or talk real shit when you're with your 2 or 3.
Right.
Yeah, because you don't know who knows who.
Right. It's going to get back to someone that you were talking shit.
Exactly. Whereas I think Chicago might be a bit more high schooly. Hey, yeah, we'll talk shit, but everyone kind of does, and we're all still family at the end of the day. This is New York has a vibe of a lot more cutthroat. There's no let's just talk this out if we're on it. It's I'll never put you in my sitcom or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Or I'll never book. I'll never work with. It's a very.
It's done. One and done.
It's intense, dude.
Yeah.
It's intense. You can feel that.
So what are you going to do? Let's say you quit your job. What are you going to do? What's the first thing you're going to do differently?
I would like to think that I would hopefully double my output. I think I could get to 3 hours a day
of writing.
I really think I could. I think if I quit my job, I think I would make myself do that. I really believe that.
Is it all stand up, or are you writing out their shit too?
Stand up. It takes me a long time, and I will admit I've only started doing.
What'd you get on your ACT?
Fucking a 24 or something.
Did you really? That's what I got.
Nothing crazy. But I really believe that I only started the 2 hours a day, no excuses thing 6 months ago.
Still, that's impressive.
So but that's changed my life, my output.
What if you have no writing? What if you're just sitting in a room?
I sit there.
Punish
dude.
yourself.
I do. I'd like to think.
Pen to paper, or you're keyboarding? Pen and paper?
Yeah, keyboard. Also, I think too, I know the first thing that will happen if I lose my day job or if I quit my day job, I know I'm going to be at the clubs a lot more. I'm going to be hanging out a lot more, and I know
you might get more opportunities that way too.
I will. That's something I really think I'm missing out on, because I'm always turning in at 10:30, so let's say if I'm at a bar show in Brooklyn. If I didn't have a job, I would just be I'll go to New York Comedy Club and hang out there. At this point they know me. Maybe they'll give me 5. If I'm there 2 or 3 nights a week, that's how it snowballs.
Yeah.
And I haven't given myself that opportunity.
You have to give yourself. I was never a person that hung around the clubs or anything afterwards, but I do remember the day I quit my firm, I went to Comedians You Should Know.
Yeah.
And just hung out there. And I was it felt so, I'm I don't have to go home. I can hang out. And it was the most, I wrote that night after we went out or whatever, I wrote so much.
Yeah, dude.
It's freeing.
Yeah, I know. I know.
I get it.
No, dude, it's a push-pull all the time.
You'll get it. You'll figure it out.
Well, I think so too. But yeah, it's that one thing where it's the clubs is something that I really think will be a big step for me if I go full time,
Yeah.
So we'll see.
But you don't even need clubs now with the way things are going right now. It seems like
I don't know.
the sessions and the don't tells.
Oh yeah, these indie rooms are great.
The future.
They're great. Yeah, I think it is a little bit of a feather in your cap. You still want to be. And yeah. So
but then you got to worry about numbers.
We'll see. I think I made this conversation a little too much if we were just at a bar hanging out. I truly this is stuff I wanted to chat with you about. But
all good. Well, we're out of time, unfortunately.
Thank you for having me, man.
Alex, where can people find out more about you and all this shit?
At Alex Drags on Instagram. And I have my link tree up there. I'll be posting tour dates and stuff like that.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah.
Alex, seriously, I'm so proud of how awesome you are. It's so good to see you live. I'm glad we were on a show together.
Oh yeah.
I didn't know you were doing the show, so I was excited when I saw you. I was like, cool, now I can be like, okay, you are good. So
no, dude, seriously,
you've
thank
gotten
you,
so
man.
good.
Oh really? I appreciate that, man.
Some people go away and they don't get good, and you clearly have. So good for you.
It means the world, dude. Seriously, thank you.
Well, thanks, Alex, and thank you all for watching and listening. Go to sleep.